Hi everybody, welcome to new tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you how you can save your game and show high score in your game. Basically, this is not about only high score. By this, you can save anything. So you can see, I show you that currently we cannot show the high score. So open the third person map. So we are using different map, and when we save something and change the map, the save thing is not we cannot save this. Everything becoming the default. So right button, blueprint class, and from all class below, search save game and add a save game and name whatever you want. I add the name save high score, but you can name whatever you prefer. So open it. It's basically simple, only event graph, but everything is same with other blueprint. So I just create a variable and I name it high score, and it should be integer type. Compile and save. So just close it, we don't need it now. So go to the Saiful game mode. We want to save the function in game mode because it's the most useful thing in here to save. So I just create a variable, I name it high score, and the variable type should be integer. I create another variable and I name it save vary. The type should be save game object reference, of course. Save game object reference. And then I just create another variable, and that should be string type, and I name it I can name it save name without space. Type should be string, as I told before. Compile and save. So I just add two function. One is load game. I create another one that should be save game, and go to event graph. I add two more function here. One is event begin play and another is event end play. So the thing is we done here, we add the load game to event begin play and the save game to event end play. So the thing is, when we play the game, if we have any load save functionality, it will be loading, and when we end the game, if anything we need to save, the thing will be saved. That's the simple thing. So just add it. Now we need to add the function inside that. First of all, I add the save game function, and from here I just add a create save game. The basic thing is, if we need to save anything, it will be saved in here. So create save game. The save game class should be save high score, which we created. After that, I add the variable save game variable with it, and from the save game variable I cache to save high score, which variable we created. And from here we created a high score integer inside the save high score. So I just bring it here, set high score. I will set it, so its value should be high score, which we created in the game mode. It is a little confusing, I know, but you will get to know about it. So go to the load game. So first of all, first thing we check here, does we have any save game yet or not. So does save game exist, and I add the slot to save name, and we must add something in here. So I just add it the high. So add a branch, B mouse left button, it will create a branch, or you can right button and search the branch. So from here, if we don't have a save game, we will go to the save game, but if we have a save game, we will load it. So load game from slot. So which slot? The slot we created, save name, and from here I add the save variable again, and from here I cache to my save high score. And from inside that I get the high score which we created inside the save high score. Save high score. So I add the my game mode high score, and I add it with the save high score, which will bring the reference. And I add one more function here, save game to slot, and save game object should be save variable, which we created, and slot name should be save name, which we created. So the last function we did not add with the save game function, so we go to the save game, and from here save game to slot, and the same thing I do as before. Save variable with the save game object, and slot name should be slot name, save name. So compile and save. So we are done here, but we are not done here. We have many work also. So we set the curriculum. Now we need to store the high score. So how can we store the high score? So I'll show you that, but before that I go to WBP high score widget we created. We can see it inside the menu. So we must add the binding with the text. The text will show the high score. So get game mode, and from here class to Saiful game mode. Later we need to change it, but I just show you anyway how we can do it, but later I will change it. So gets game mode, from here I test to my Saiful game mode, and from here I get the high score, and I add the high score value to the return value, and I add the high score to the return node. Go to the designer, compile and save. Open it. Now from the zombie master we add the logic in here. So we have a zombie count. So the thing is, when our zombie count get higher than our high score, then the zombie count value will save inside the high score, and the high score function will save the save game mode. And when we load the game, the save game function will again load with the high score, and we can see the high score. That's the thing. I don't know you understand or not. So just write the code. Zombie count, if the zombie count gets higher and equal from the high score, the branch. If zombie count higher to the high score, then we set the high score and set the zombie count value to the high score. So if it's false, it's direct destroy the zombie. And get zombie count, set high score, first of all into high score, and now add with the true, and it will go to the distractor. And now we need to add the zombie count value to the high score. Control zombie count, add with the high score, but we need to add the target also. So what is the target? Target is our Saiful game mode. So that's the thing. Compile and save. Open the game over. So we don't have anything in game over. If we die, we just still in here. So open the pause also, copy the resume menu and quit, and go to the game over and Control V, paste it, make it in the middle. So everything is fine, but the first name should be changed. It should not be resume, it should be restart. After we die, it should be restart. So copy the menu and quit function and paste it in the UI game over. We don't need to create it again. It's just a waste of time. I mean, you need to quicker your action, so you can deliver the work quickly. So just write the restart. So here we can add two functions. One is executive console command, but I will not add it. I add open label, because you open the label again, it will do the same thing. So you must copy the name perfectly. If we misspell anything, our label will not open. So I just write it third person map. It's the simple. T, P and M is big character and other is small. So I think we copy it perfectly. So now I can check it. What else am I doing? So just open the main menu and play the game. But there is one more thing. I can add the high score inside the gameplay because I want to see it in gameplay. Whoever else go to the main menu to see the high score. It have no logic. So duplicate the background image, duplicate the uh, number text, and copy the count also and rename it high score. High score, and add the high score text with inside the, and make it organized so it looks like fine. So go to the high score and copy this and bind with this. That will work perfectly. Control V, paste it, add with the return node, add with the return value, compile and save all. And now if we play, we can see that we cannot see the high score, and we cannot see the high score because there is a reason. And if we kill the zombie, you can see our high score is rising because that's the beginning of it. Now I die and I have no high score in here. So now if we play, we can see the high score 5. And if we go above the high score, it will save the high score. And whenever we play in gameplay, we can see the high score. But if we go to the menu, still we cannot see the high score into the, because in menu we have different game mode and it will not work well. So we have to write the code again, which we add in our Saiful game mode. So add the event begin play and add the end begin play, and add also two function, load game and save game. And I will add same functionality inside it, the same thing. So I add the integer high score, save vary, which is save game. That should be object reference, and I create another variable which is save name. It should be string. Compile and save. So we add the load game with event begin play and save game with event end play. You know what it is for, I just explain it. So go to the load game and add the function, does save game exist or not. We have save game exist. Add the name high, this is the same name we add in our Saiful game mode, and add the slot name. Now add a branch. If it's failed, then it should save the game. If it's not, it just load. So add the save game function, create save game object, and we have the save game object which we created. Add the save variable, and from here cache to save high score, and from there we must set it, but sometimes you can miss it. So be sure what code you use. If we have any confusion, you can also reuse the same code. That's everybody do. So open the Saiful game mode. So here we can see we add the set high score, and from here I just add the high score which I created inside the game mode. So delete it, paste it, and add it, and save name have because I use space, I don't use the space here, so there is a problem with name. So go to the load game and go to the load function which I use in Saiful, and copy this, Control C and Control V, edit, and add the name also. There is one error, so add the name here also. So we are all done, we are all perfect. If we check, I think everything will be fine. There is one more thing in the save high score. We must add let's go to the save high score first. Here is the save high score. Delete the Saiful game mode because we need to add here the menu game mode. Saiful game mode will not show here because this is menu game mode, and from here I just get the high score which I created inside the menu mode. Edit, compile and save, and if we play, if we go to the high score, there is the high score, we can see the high score. We can play here, there is also high score, the same 9, and it will not rise if it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. It will rise if it's go before the save. 25 is my new save high score. If we go to the menu, high score 25. If we play the game, there is 25. So I hope you understand how we can save the variable. So this is for today's tutorial. Bye bye everybody.